Let's talk for a moment today about the humble yet magnificent Papermate Sharpwriter. Hello everyone. Recently I saw a video put out by Adam Savage of Mythbusters, formerly of Mythbusters, lamenting the current production of Papermate Sharpwriters, because the Papermate Sharpwriter had been his favorite pencil, and it is among my favorite mechanical pencils as well. I prefer a wood case pencil, but if I have to use a mechanical pencil for some reason, I would prefer the Sharpwriter, or if the Scripto were still being made, I would use one of those. But in terms of currently manufactured pencils, the Papermate Sharpwriter is the best for me and my purposes. But Adam Savage was discussing the disappointment he felt when he ordered a new batch of pencils, because he had heard they were changing the pencils. And the one on the top is the new version of the Sharpwriter, and the bottom is what had been produced for years, with slight variations. The original Sharpwriter in the mid-1980s that we see here had a brown imprint on it, and the font was a little bit different. But they've been largely unchanged since the mid-1980s when they were introduced until recently. And I think the major problem he had with them was the coloring, the sickly yellow, as opposed to the nice orange free-range egg yolk yellow that we had in the original Sharpwriter. And this kind of cheap looking yellow. It even has a different feel, if you ask me. So feels like the chemical composition maybe has changed as well. Same twist action. I don't think anything has changed there. A viewer in a previous video of mine mentioned he felt the tip was a little springier in the newer version than in the old, and he didn't quite care for that feeling. I think there may be something to that, maybe a change in material in the interior parts, the spring or some such, has caused that change in feeling. The new Sharpwriters do come, as you've seen in a previous video, in a variety of colors, some of which are pleasant. I kind of like this dark red, for instance. Oh, the dark red and the green I kind of like. Actually, all of them are pretty nice, much better than the yellow, but the yellow is the standard. When you purchase a box of the new Sharpwriters, as I have here, I had thought this was going to be the old stock, but when I got it home, it is indeed the new sickly yellow, not the free-range egg yolk that I love. Another oddity here. Sorry, I'm way off topic. There are 12 pencils in here in this box. Doesn't it look like it was meant to fit more than that? Or maybe there was some packing, some foam or something to keep them from moving around that originally came with it. I don't really know, but it looks like this was designed to hold more than 12, even though it says 12 mechanical pencils. So I started to think maybe the diameter has changed, and this was a box for the old stock, but they put the new pencils in it. But here's a original and a new, and they seem to be the same diameter to me. I can't tell any difference, so I'm not sure why the box seems to be designed for more than a dozen, but it's labeled as a dozen. Maybe some of you know. But so anyway, making this longer than it needs to be, I discovered recently that the Sharpwriter, which is assembled in the US and has been since its mid-80s introduction, I believe, also has a European division, and they make a version of the Sharpwriter under a different name. And I can't believe I just became aware of this. The Papermate Nonstop, which is a curious name. I'm not sure which I like better. But the Nonstop, you can see what the major differences are here, apart from it being manufactured. Actually, there's nothing on here that tells me where it was manufactured. Maybe the requirement to have that on the packaging is an American thing. And for pencils released in Europe, that's not a requirement. I think this is a Italian, made for Gillette Group, Italy, but doesn't say where it was made. So distributed by Gillette Europe. A lot of different European points of operation there. Well, let's take a look here. Here we also have 12 in a slightly differently sized box. 12 Papermate Nonstop pencils, and you see immediately the major difference. And by the way, these are new old stock. I believe the Nonstop now is being made to look just like the Sharpwriter in its sickly yellow and pink eraser. The Nonstop has this what was originally a black eraser, but I think with age is kind of graying out a little bit. Black print on the barrel. I like that they have a little diagram to show you that you twist the tip to advance the lead. And we have this the nose cone of black rather than of a lighter cream or light yellow on the Sharpwriter. So same pencil, you can tell that the mold is pretty much the same. Same twist action. Everything seems to be identical, apart from the coloring, and this orange is quite a bit more orange than the original Sharpwriter. I still think I like this color a little better than the pumpkin orange, but the orange and black is a nice look altogether. The entirety of the pencil, I think, may be a little more handsome than this, personally. So the Europeans have been holding out on us. They've been using these and just kept their mouth shut, and we didn't even know they existed here in the States. And that is a darn shame. But everything seems to be the same. One thing I will demonstrate here. For those of you who don't know, this is a, quote, disposable mechanical pencil with just one lead, but you can very easily change the lead or insert new lead. And to do that, you have to open it up, and I want to do this just so we can compare the internals, see if they're indeed the same. To change the lead, you take out the eraser, you twist the tip as if you're retracting the lead. Whoops, wrong way. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. As if you're retracting the lead until you see the little white piece extend there, and it should slide right out. This is a brand new pencil, so you can see the lead is a full-length lead. There's just a kind of rifling in there in the spring. The spring acts as a inclined plane the entire length of the pencil. So if you wanted to, say, as I have done many times, swap out the HB lead with a 2B if you want a darker graphite, and this 1,000 pieces of 2B lead, less than $2 on AliExpress. Sorry, making this way longer than it needs to be. So put the one thing you need to do if you're going to swap the lead, there should be a little bit of the original lead left. You have to pull it out very carefully from its white socket there, because if you break it off in there, you've got yourself a useless pencil. You won't be able to refill it, so very carefully extract it. Replace it with another lead. I'm going to try to, well, I can't see what I'm doing here. It has to go down inside the spring. And then you just twist it until you can see the lead come out, and you know you have been successful in that. Let's just quickly pull this out to make sure these are the same mechanism. I'm certain they are. Oh, even the carriage there is a black. That's a disturbing sound. Maybe it's not supposed to be taken out. Yeah, looks the same. Just a black carriage rather than white. Carefully insert that back in there. It's a little trickier than... Oh, I see. Didn't have it lined up in there right. Come on. Took a little fiddling. Got it back in there. So, same internals. There's a spring in there. I think maybe there's a change in the material of that spring or something that makes it a little bit springier than previous generations. Okay. Already way too long, 12 minutes, but let's test out the Sharpwriter and its beautiful foreign cousin. I think they maybe have changed the formulation of the lead, because that feels a little scratchier to me, and just to my eyeballs looks a little bit lighter than what they had used before in the Sharpwriter. This, I believe this one, no, this one I had swapped out for one of those 2B leads. Whoops. So if you prefer a darker lead, easy enough to swap out for a darker lead. Is a change in appearance good enough reason to go to the great lengths it might take you in America to seek out some of these non-stops? Maybe. Maybe there's the aesthetics of it is reason enough. It was for me. Yeah, definitely a slightly darker lead in the original Sharpwriter than in the new iteration. Anyway, just wanted to share some additional thoughts on the Sharpwriter. Original American at the bottom, New American in the middle, and pumpkin and black Halloween European Sharpwriter no longer being made from what I'm told, but probably still a lot of them out there. The Nonstop from Europe. Thanks for watching this rambling all over the place review of some Sharpwriters and Nonstops. Hope to see you here again next time.